Tears streamed down Queen Camilla's face when Princess Anne publicly declared her commitment to preserving Diana's legacy. Camilla had believed she had won the public's affection, so Anne's unexpected stance left her shocked. What could have prompted Anne to defend Diana after all these years? Join us as we delve into how this decision influenced Camilla's role as queen consort. Princess Anne makes a bold move. Princess Anne's fearless choice sent ripples through the royal family. Shaking the very core of the monarchy, she did not shy away from addressing the deception behind Diana's famous interview, in which the late princess stated, "I'd like to be a queen in people's hearts, but I don't see myself being queen of this country." According to Anne, the secretive manner in which that interview was arranged played a significant role in shaping Diana's words, ultimately having a profound impact. Her relationship with Prince Charles was deeply affected, but the consequences didn't stop there. It set off a chain reaction that impacted many others over the years. When Anne chose to stand up for Diana's legacy, the palace was thrown into turmoil. Her words weren't just a statement, they were a vow to safeguard Diana's memory. This firm stance reportedly moved Queen Camilla to tears as she struggled with the emotional upheaval Anne had unleashed. Retreating to her private chambers, she found it difficult to process the situation. But this was only the beginning. As the news spread, tensions within the palace escalated. Senior aides and staff quickly realized this wasn't just another family dispute. It was something far more significant. Old wounds, long buried, were now being reopened, and Diana's presence once again loomed over the monarchy. The palace halls buzzed with whispers, with many sensing history was repeating itself. Urgent meetings were called, and for a brief moment, the usual royal routine came to a halt. As everyone scrambled to find a way to handle the crisis, King Charles found himself in a difficult position. On one side was his wife, Camilla, who had worked tirelessly to earn public acceptance. On the other was his sister, Anne, who was resolute in her mission to preserve Princess Diana's memory. Behind closed doors, emotions ran high as the family struggled to navigate the mounting tensions. For Camilla, this was more than just a family dispute. It unearthed painful memories from the past that she had hoped to leave behind. Many had always seen her as the other woman in the complicated story of Charles and Diana. And now, Anne's actions were dragging that painful history back into the public eye. As a result, people began questioning Camilla's place in the royal family, reigniting debates about Diana's legacy. Outside the palace walls, the public reacted swiftly and passionately. Social media erupted with overwhelming support for Anne, applauding her courage and dedication to honoring Diana. Around the world, her actions were seen as a bold statement against those who had attempted to rewrite history. The attempt to silence Diana has resurfaced, putting the monarchy under intense scrutiny once again. However, this time feels different. It's a direct clash between the past and the present, reminding the world of Princess Diana's warmth, kindness, and the lasting influence she left behind. At the same time, Anne's bold stance has only elevated her popularity, with many now viewing her as a modern-day people's princess, unafraid to challenge the establishment. The ripple effects of this situation have spread throughout the royal family, placing King Charles in an increasingly difficult position. As he continues adjusting to his role as monarch, he finds himself torn between his sister's unwavering commitment to honoring Diana's memory and the emotional strain this is placing on Camilla. Balancing these personal and public pressures is proving to be a significant test for both his leadership and his family relationships. So, what do you think will happen next? Stay tuned as we explore the history behind Camilla and Anne's complicated relationship, a story that goes back much further than Camilla's official entry into the royal family. Princess Anne and Camilla's paths first crossed in the early 1970s when Anne was a young, spirited royal known for her independence and exceptional equestrian skills. Her strong personality and straightforward nature made her stand out among the royal family, earning admiration from the public. During this time, Anne met Major Andrew Parker Bowles, a charming and well-connected officer who shared her passion for horses. Their mutual interests brought them closer, leading to a romantic relationship. However, they faced a major obstacle. Andrew was Catholic, and under the Act of Settlement of 1701, members of the royal family were prohibited from marrying Roman Catholics. This meant their relationship had no future, despite their deep feelings for each other. Meanwhile, Andrew was also involved with Camilla Shand, a relationship that had its own ups and downs, with periods of separation and reconciliation. Eventually, in 1973, Andrew and Camilla married, officially bringing his romance with Anne to an end. After her breakup with Andrew, Anne moved on and married Mark Phillips, dedicating herself to her royal duties. Despite their romantic relationship ending, she and Andrew remained close friends, and she even chose him to be the godfather of her daughter, Zara Tyndall. For Camilla, however, the strong bond between her husband and Anne was somewhat unsettling. Even though there was no public conflict, the history between the two women inevitably influenced their relationship. The situation became even more complicated years later when Camilla divorced Andrew and married Charles, Anne's own brother. Known for her loyalty to tradition and her direct nature, Anne was not quick to accept Camilla into the royal family. Camilla carried a controversial reputation, as many viewed her as a key factor in the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage. This made it difficult for her to integrate into royal life. Many, including members of the royal family who admired Diana, were hesitant to embrace Camilla. Reports suggest that Anne was among those who strongly opposed Charles and Camilla's marriage. Anne's opposition to Camilla was not driven by personal dislike, but rather by her deep commitment to the traditions and responsibilities of the monarchy. As a symbol of royal duty, Anne dedicated herself to completing hundreds of engagements each year without seeking the spotlight. She firmly believed that actions spoke louder than words. Meanwhile, Camilla faced the challenge of reshaping her public image and winning the support of the British people. These contrasting approaches created tension between them. Anne, having been born into royal life, had always adhered to its expectations, while Camilla's path was far more complicated. She had to adapt and prove herself in ways that Anne never had to. Over time, as Camilla took on more royal duties and became involved in charitable work, Anne's opposition softened somewhat. She began to recognize Camilla's efforts to make a meaningful contribution to the royal family. However, their relationship never became particularly close. In public, they exchanged polite smiles and brief conversations, but insiders observed that their interactions remained formal and somewhat distant. Their relationship has always been built more on mutual respect than genuine affection. The differences between Anne and Camilla remain evident even today. Anne remains dedicated to her responsibilities, working tirelessly to uphold the monarchy's traditions. In contrast, Camilla has focused on reshaping her public image, taking a more open and approachable stance with the media. Some view these efforts as unnecessary or even contradictory to traditional royal values. Despite their differences, both women have found a way to coexist within the royal family, each contributing in her own distinct way. However, their relationship recently faced a significant challenge that reportedly left Camilla feeling deeply unsettled. Known for her strong principles, Anne made a difficult decision that reignited old tensions. Her concerns about Camilla's marriage to King Charles were not merely personal. They stemmed from her unwavering belief in the values and responsibilities of royal life. Anne has always upheld high standards for what it means to be a senior royal, prioritizing duty above all else. When Charles and Camilla married, Anne questioned whether Camilla was truly prepared for such a significant role. Unlike some royals, who opposed their relationship for personal or political reasons, Anne's concerns were rooted in her deep commitment to the monarchy. She believed that being a royal required dedication, sacrifice, and discipline, qualities that not everyone possessed. Given Camilla's past controversies, she had to work even harder to earn acceptance within the royal family and among the public. Although time has softened some of the past tensions, their relationship remains complex. Both women continue to fulfill their royal duties in their own way, Anne by upholding tradition with unwavering dedication, and Camilla by working to modernize and reshape public perception. Princess Anne, known for her calm and pragmatic approach to family matters, has once again stepped in to help navigate a sensitive situation within the royal family. Her primary goal is to maintain peace and guide everyone through this difficult time without allowing emotions to take control. As a steady and reliable presence within the family, her leadership has been invaluable. Anne's involvement highlights her commitment to keeping the situation under control and preventing further conflict. Meanwhile, Prince Harry, despite being far from the royal fold, has reacted with a mix of pride and sorrow. His deep connection to his mother's legacy makes this renewed focus on Diana particularly emotional for him. To Harry, Diana was more than just a royal. She was his mother and guiding light, someone whose influence remains strong even years after her passing. At the heart of everything is the undeniable truth that Diana's presence is still deeply felt within the royal family. She wasn't just a princess, she was a trailblazer who redefined what it meant to be royal. Her warmth, compassion, and ability to connect with people left an indelible mark. Today, her legacy continues to shape the way her sons and Princess Anne approach their royal duties. For Queen Camilla, this situation underscores the challenges of stepping into a role forever linked to Diana's memory. Over the years, she has worked tirelessly to carve out her own place within the royal family. Moments like this serve as a reminder of how deeply the public continues to cherish Diana's legacy. It's not just about Camilla's personal challenges, it's about how the entire monarchy grapples with its past. Princess Anne's decision to honor Diana's legacy has had a significant impact, prompting a reassessment of royal traditions, responsibilities, and the monarchy's relationship with the public. Diana redefined what it meant to be a royal. Instead of simply following tradition, she reshaped it. Whether kneeling to speak to a child or holding hands with an AIDS patient at a time when fear and stigma were widespread, her small gestures made a profound impact. She brought a sense of warmth, accessibility, and humanity to the royal family, making them feel more connected to the people they served. The enduring admiration for Diana reflects how deeply she touched people's lives. From her advocacy for landmine victims to breaking down the stigma surrounding illness, she demonstrated that compassion and action could change the world. Diana proved that royalty could truly make a difference. Princess Anne's efforts to keep Diana's memory alive aren't just about reflecting on the past. They're about ensuring the royal family remains relevant in an ever-changing world. This moment in royal history has also resurfaced old tensions, particularly between Anne and Camilla. Their relationship has always been complex due to their intertwined family histories. While they maintain a public display of mutual respect, situations like this reveal that unresolved emotions still linger beneath the surface. Anne's decision has had a ripple effect across the entire royal family. Even young Prince George has begun asking about the grandmother he never had the chance to meet. This serves as a powerful reminder that Diana's influence is not confined to the past. It continues to shape the future of the monarchy. For the older members of the family, this moment brings back memories of the challenges they faced during Diana's lifetime and the emotions that have endured through the years. How has the public responded to Princess Anne's unexpected decision? Let's explore further. Public reaction to Camilla's behavior has been a mix of admiration and curiosity. Social media is flooded with messages praising Prince Louis for his courage, with many comparing him to his mother. For many, this moment feels like a significant turning point in his life, suggesting that he might grow into a royal who challenges tradition in favor of values that truly resonate with the public. However, while the public was captivated by the unfolding drama, the royal family was just beginning to experience the consequences of this unexpected situation. It all started on what should have been a joyous occasion, Prince Louis's 6th birthday. The day was meant to be filled with laughter, fun, and the rare, carefree joy that royal children seldom experience. Louis had been eagerly counting down the days, looking forward to a family picnic in the palace gardens. For him, this wasn't just a birthday celebration. It was a rare opportunity to enjoy a sense of freedom, a brief escape from the strict rules of royal life. Prince Louis's siblings, Princess Charlotte and Prince George, were just as excited, imagining games, delicious treats, and maybe even a treasure hunt. But that excitement was short-lived. Just hours before the picnic was set to begin, an unexpected announcement came. It had been cancelled. The official reason given was safety concerns, but behind the scenes, rumors suggested otherwise. Queen Camilla, known for her strict adherence to royal traditions, reportedly felt that a picnic wasn't an appropriate way to celebrate. As a result, the gathering was moved indoors, transforming what could have been a joyful and carefree occasion into a more formal and structured event. For a 6-year-old eagerly anticipating his special day, this sudden change was a major disappointment. While Princess Charlotte and Prince George were better at adjusting to the shift, Louis couldn't hide his frustration. His parents, Princess Anne and Kate, did their best to lift his spirits, bringing him presents, offering his favorite snacks, and telling jokes to make him laugh. But the excitement had already faded, and it was clear how deeply disappointed he was. Then, something unexpected happened. Queen Camilla, likely wanting to wish Louis a happy birthday, walked over to him. But the tension in the air was unmistakable. Still upset over how the day had unfolded, Louis met his step-grandmother's gaze with a cold stare. The room fell silent as everyone sensed that something unusual was about to take place. Instead of responding politely, as a royal typically would, Louis turned his back on her. It was a small gesture, but it carried a bold message that left everyone stunned. Then, in a moment that would later become a topic of conversation, he leaned toward Princess Charlotte and whispered something sharp, words that quickly spread and sent shockwaves through the gathering. The impact was immediate. Queen Camilla, usually composed and poised, showed a fleeting moment of unease before regaining her usual royal demeanor. But those paying close attention could see that the moment had affected her. After the official celebration, Louis's parents took him outside for a private moment in the gardens, a place he had been looking forward to all day. Away from the formal setting, he finally had a chance to escape the rigid atmosphere and process the emotions of the day. Fitting in with the younger generation has been a challenge for Queen Camilla, whose traditional views often clash with the more modern parenting styles of Princess Anne and Kate. While Prince William and Kate prioritize emotional support and encourage their children's individuality, Camilla believes in discipline, structure, and upholding royal traditions. A clear example of this occurred during a major royal event in 2022, when Camilla insisted that young Prince Louis remain seated and composed throughout the long ceremony. Meanwhile, his older siblings, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, were given a bit more freedom to move around. For an energetic child like Louis, sitting still for an extended period was a real struggle. His natural restlessness was met with firm reminders to behave, making the event feel more like an endurance test than a joyful family occasion. Over time, these small moments have accumulated, gradually building tension between Camilla and the younger royals. Funeral, a solemn occasion, Louis's absence was noted. While it was officially stated that he was too young to attend, some insiders believe Camilla may have influenced the decision, feeling that his playful nature would not align with the seriousness of the event. This ongoing tension highlights the different approaches to royal upbringing. Kate and William, along with Princess Anne, emphasize a balanced approach, allowing their children to express themselves while still understanding royal responsibilities. Camilla, on the other hand, sees discipline and adherence to tradition as essential, which sometimes creates friction, particularly with Louis. While George and Charlotte have adjusted to royal expectations with more ease, Louis's free-spirited nature continues to be a point of discussion within the family. Whether this tension will ease with time or lead to further disagreements remains to be seen. Public remains divided on Camilla's role within the royal family. Some admire her commitment to upholding tradition, while others feel she struggles to connect with the younger generation. Prince Louis's reaction on his birthday has only fueled this debate, with many seeing it as a reflection of deeper tensions within the family. For Kate and Anne, the priority has always been ensuring that royal children feel included and valued, not just as public figures, but as members of a close-knit family. Camilla's stricter approach, though rooted in tradition, has at times clashed with this more modern philosophy. As the monarchy continues to evolve, moments like these highlight the challenge of balancing history with progress. The question remains: will Camilla adapt her approach to better connect with the younger royals, or will her adherence to tradition create further distance? King Charles has promoted a slimmed-down monarchy, reducing the number of working royals to focus on those with the most direct roles in public service. This is meant to address concerns about the royal family's cost while maintaining its influence. Kate, Princess of Wales, and Princess Anne have played a major role in keeping public support strong. Kate, in particular, has modernized the royal image through her hands-on approach to parenting and her focus on mental health, children's welfare, and early childhood development. Princess Anne, known for her dedication and work ethic, remains a symbol of stability and tradition. However, despite these efforts, the monarchy faces an uphill battle in winning over younger generations. Many see it as outdated or question its relevance in modern society. If the royal family wants to maintain its place, it may need to further evolve, finding a balance between tradition and the expectations of a changing public. Do you think King Charles is doing enough to adapt, or will the younger generation's skepticism continue to grow? Prince William has become more relatable, often stopping for selfies and engaging in casual conversations with the public. Royal expert Jenny Bond even noted that Queen Elizabeth II would have been proud of his efforts to bring the monarchy closer to the people. However, not all royals have maintained their popularity. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's approval ratings have dropped significantly, with only 28% of people viewing Harry positively and just 21% for Meghan. Meanwhile, Prince Andrew remains the least popular, with a mere 11% favorability rating. Looking back at Princess Diana and Camilla, It's clear that Diana's warmth and connection with people left a lasting impression. Camilla, on the other hand, has taken a different approach. As the royal family evolves, her role may become less prominent, even though she remains queen consort. While she may have tried to connect with the public in her own way, she hasn't quite captured hearts the way Diana did. Do you think she ever could? Winning the public's affection isn't automatic, even with the title of queen consort. Grace, dignity, and admiration aren't granted with a crown. They're earned over time. Yet, Camilla sometimes seems to believe that simply wearing the title makes her beloved. It's a bit like a middle manager who assumes they run the entire company when, in reality, they don't. In contrast, Kate has never had to struggle for public approval or seek validation within the royal family. She naturally fits into her role, not because she believes she's entitled to it, but because she puts in the effort. With quiet grace, a gentle yet steady influence, and genuine dedication to her duties, she embodies the royal presence that people respect. She understands what the public expects from the monarchy in 2024, making her feel approachable, warm, and modern, symbolizing progress rather than outdated traditions. Princess Anne also deserves recognition for her contributions and strong personality, standing out in her own right. Camilla represents a failed attempt at showcasing true royal qualities. While Princess Anne genuinely embodies professionalism, a deep sense of duty, and a humble yet capable nature, Camilla seems to rely more on her title than her actions. Anne has never needed to work hard for respect. It comes naturally due to her years of dedicated service. Widely recognized as one of the hardest-working members of the royal family, she has built a strong reputation through commitment and sincerity. Unlike Camilla, Anne has always been at ease in the public eye, never seeking approval or attention. The respect she receives is both genuine and well-earned. The contrast between Anne and Camilla is striking. Anne fulfills her responsibilities effortlessly without drawing unnecessary attention to herself, while Camilla appears to believe that her connection to King Charles automatically grants her importance. This misunderstanding of her role only highlights the gap between them. Anne's steadfast dedication and tireless work ethic set a high standard for royal duty, whereas Camilla often seems uneasy at public events, struggling to connect with the role she holds. It's clear to many that the difference between them is not just in perception, but in their approach to service. The difference between Princess Anne, who possesses real depth, and Camilla, who often seems superficial, is striking. It's surprising that Camilla hasn't recognized her fading relevance, especially as she continues trying to assert herself. Watching her public appearances feels like witnessing an unsuccessful attempt to set a trend. Her lack of authenticity is impossible to ignore. She often appears uneasy in public, especially when trying to embody the role of royalty. Her efforts seem forced, making it clear that there's a disconnect between how she wants to be perceived and who she truly is. Struggling to connect with people, she comes across as awkward in interactions, something that's crucial for someone in her position. In contrast, Kate, the Princess of Wales, thrives effortlessly in her role. She doesn't have to pretend to be regal. It's simply who she is. Her natural elegance and genuine warmth earn her widespread admiration and respect. When she steps into the public eye, her friendliness makes her instantly relatable, and people are drawn to her authenticity. Kate truly embodies what it means to be a modern royal. Kate is deeply committed to important causes like children's mental health and environmental conservation, showing genuine passion for issues that matter to both her and the public. She also brings a sense of elegance and responsibility to raising the future generation of royals, taking her role seriously while adding a fresh and inspiring touch. In contrast, Camilla often appears uncomfortable at public events, struggling to connect with people. While Kate builds strong bonds and fully embraces her responsibilities, Camilla seems uncertain about her place. Kate sets the standard for handling royal duties with grace and authenticity, proving that genuine leadership resonates with people. She actively works to modernize the monarchy, making her a symbol of progress and hope. On the other hand, Camilla often seems stuck in the past, unable to capture the same public admiration. The contrast between Camilla and Princess Anne further highlights this lack of progress. Their interactions feel distant and lacking in warmth, with Anne's indifference towards Camilla making it clear that there's little genuine connection between them. Princess Anne's quiet demeanor speaks volumes, making it clear that she sees through Camilla's facade. It's refreshing to witness someone who isn't fooled by the Queen Consort's act. Camilla seems unaware of why she feels disconnected from both the royal family and the public. Unlike Anne and Kate, who exude natural charm and confidence, Camilla struggles to assert her authority. Kate has successfully modernized the monarchy with her graceful presence, while Anne remains unwavering in her commitment to duty. In contrast, Camilla appears misplaced in her role, creating a rather unfortunate situation where she fails to recognize her own shortcomings. It's difficult to sympathize with someone who continuously misinterprets their own position. Interestingly, both Kate and Anne have found ways to thrive in royal life without displaying the desperation that often accompanies Camilla's efforts. Kate has a rare ability to be deeply involved without seeming overbearing, something Camilla could learn from if she were willing to engage in a bit of self-reflection. One of Kate's greatest strengths is her ability to lead with grace and authenticity, a quality that truly sets her apart. Kate manages to maintain her dignity even under intense public scrutiny, making it look effortless. In contrast, Camilla often appears anxious, as if she's bracing for something to go wrong. After everything she's been through, she seems to believe it's only a matter of time before another misstep occurs. This constant worry makes it even harder for her to settle into royal life. She seems to confuse holding a title with earning genuine respect, assuming that simply wearing a crown will change everything. However, as time goes on, her position within the royal family appears increasingly uncertain. She struggles to establish herself as a key member of the monarchy, possibly because she lacks the confidence and connection with the people that her role demands. As Queen Consort, her position often feels more symbolic than substantial, as she doesn't possess the commanding presence needed to carry out her duties effectively. During King Charles's reign, frustration with Camilla has grown, with some within the royal family reportedly questioning how long she will remain relevant. Meanwhile, Catherine and Princess Anne continue to gain admiration and influence, both within the family and among the public. As their roles strengthen, Camilla seems to be fading into the background, with her influence shrinking. It appears the royal family is gradually moving forward without her.